Hi guys, welcome to week 6. And in this video, I'm eager to talk about our new project. It's called Applied Rhetorical Analysis. And the first question that I'm going to answer that you guys might have is about the difference between this project and our first one. And why I think you might be confused, because project 1 also involved some features of rhetorical analysis, because we read chapters in our textbook about rhetorical analysis, about rhetoric in general, about different means of persuasion and rhetorical features authors might use to get their point across. And that's what you did for your project 1. You took those texts that you picked for your big question and analyzed them rhetorically and put them in conversation with each other. And that conversation was supposed to help you answer your big question. This project, it's called Applied Rhetorical Analysis, as you see. Is going to be on a text that that does not exist yet. It is that text that you will write for your project 3, public argument. In other words, we may call our project 1 post-rhetorical analysis on something that already exists, those texts. And we can say that this project is a pre-rhetorical analysis on something that still needs to be done. And this project, as you see, consists of 2 parts. The first part is the argument proposal. So that just means that project 2 is not really an independent project. It's your preliminary work for your project 3, public argument, but it's a necessary work. So here you will read the assignment thoroughly and answer these questions. These are not the questions, but the items that I want you to cover, and you will write a coherent essay that will allow me to see that you perfectly understand what you are going to write about. The first thing, that's the first rhetorical aspect we should always consider, is your audience analysis. You will pick your audience and you will tailor all other rhetorical components to your audience. And the other part is called annotated bibliography. And I think you're familiar, you should be familiar with this genre, or if you're not, that's okay. In this part, you will write an entry for each of your sources that you will pick. And one important thing here is that those sources most probably will be different from those that you use for project 1. Maybe one source will be the same. Why? Because for your project 1, you considered your big question, big, broad question. But for this project, you will need to narrow down your research question. And our journal, I will talk about our small assignments this week in the announcement, but I will just say right now that in that journal, you will try to narrow down your big question and make it smaller. And most probably you will see that your sources that you used for your big question are not working anymore for your small question. That's why just keep this in mind about 3 sources. I'm not going to go far in the weeds, but annotated bibliographies can be of 2 different kinds. One way to write an annotated bibliography is to make sure that you give your audience an idea of what you're writing, your book, your article is about, but you are not giving anything specific, because you still want them to read it. Just imagine that you wrote a book and you want to sell it. And of course, you want your readers to be in love with this genre. That's why they read this kind of literature. But on the other hand, it's a new book. They want to learn something new, you know? That's why you will give an idea, but do not give away any details, you know? So this is one kind of an annotated bibliography. You will publish it maybe on your website if you have a website as the author, or maybe you will use it for an online bookstore because those customers need to know what they will be buying, you know, otherwise they just won't buy your product. But there is the other type of annotated bibliographies when you provide the most explicit, specific information, and there is a chance that your readers do not even need to look in the original. This also happens, and this may be necessary. Um, and that's what I want you to write in your project too for the annotated bibliography part. I want to see that you read your sources thoroughly and you perfectly understand what specific information you're going to use for your project 3 public argument. That's why you will answer these questions here. And that's how I will understand that you're working on your project. And I'm hoping I made it much clearer now. In case something is confusing, do not hesitate emailing me and I will clarify more before you do something you're not supposed to do for this project, before you lose time. So yes, that's pretty much it. And enjoy week 6.